This video is all about the COSWHEEL GT20 electric bike, and right now it's literally sitting in my garage. So I want to give you a quick review based completely on my own experience actually riding and assembling it myself. No one sent this to me. I ordered it straight off Amazon. If you're someone like me who likes figuring out new tech but doesn't want a ton of hassle, I think you'll find this helpful. For anyone new to electric bikes, don't sweat all the fancy terms. I'm going to try and keep this simple and just share how it's really worked for me. So right out of the box, the COSWHEEL GT20 definitely has a look that stands out. Even just seeing it sitting there, you get that cool, modern vibe. It tries to blend the look of a mountain bike and a small motorcycle, with fat tires and a big headlight up front, and it feels pretty solid in your hands. The black and yellow colors look even better in person than in the pictures. For those of you who care about the cool factor, I'd say it's got it. Putting it together, I won't lie, there's some assembly involved, but it wasn't too complicated. The hardest parts are really just getting the wheels on and mounting the pedals and handlebars. COSWHEEL ships it pretty compact, so you've got to open it up and spread everything out before you get started. I spent about an hour, maybe a little over, getting the whole thing ready. All the tools are included, and the instructions weren't confusing. I'm pretty average when it comes to putting stuff together, so if I figured it out, you probably can too. From my experience, let's talk about how it rides. The GT20 comes with a 1500W motor, which, if you're not familiar, just means it's really strong. The bike can take off quickly and has some pretty solid oomph, especially when you twist the throttle. There are 3 riding modes you can swap between. Full electric, where you just use the throttle, pedal assist, where it boosts you as you pedal, and regular bike mode if you want to get a workout. Personally, I almost never pedal unless I absolutely have to, so I stick to the throttle most of the time. The twist throttle feels similar to a scooter or small motorcycle, which is way more fun than just pressing a button. I also like having actual keys for the battery and starting the bike. It gives me a little extra confidence when I park it outside. Another big plus, in my opinion, is the battery life. COSWHEEL says you can get up to 93 miles on a single charge with the 25H version. And honestly, I've barely made a dent in the battery taking it on multiple short rides with the assist cranked up. I just left it on the charger for a few hours right out of the box to top it off, and it was good to go. If you're worried about range anxiety, as I sometimes am, this is one less thing to stress about. I think it's perfect for anyone who's planning to use it for commuting or frequent local rides. The battery is actually removable, so you can bring it inside to charge. Super handy if you live in an apartment or just want some extra security. Let me talk comfort now. This bike has dual suspension, which just means there are shock absorbers in both the front and rear. If you hit a bump or a pothole, you can totally feel the bike soaking up the impact. The fat tires, these are 4 inches wide, make it even smoother and more stable, especially if you ride on gravel or rougher terrain. Sitting on the seat, though, was the one part that gave me a little pause. It's not the softest seat, or the most cushioned, but it's okay for short to medium rides. If you're tall, or if you plan to ride long distances every single day, you might want to swap out for an upgrade. But for my typical rides with family, it's been manageable. The actual riding position is pretty upright. You're sort of leaning forward but not too aggressively. The handlebars are wide, which gives you good control, especially at higher speeds. I sometimes wish they were a tad higher for even more relaxed cruising, but that's just a personal thing. A few of the key features that make life easy. There's a big LCD screen up front that tells you your speed, battery level, distance, and mode, which is perfect if you like to see all the vital stats in one place. The headlight is massive, and it actually makes night riding possible, not just one of those tiny lights you can barely see with. There are built-in turn signals and a horn, and I have to say, both are way louder and brighter than I expected. Everything was already connected correctly, so I didn't have to become an electrician just to put it together. My wife's bike needed a lot more fiddling, so this was a nice surprise. As for the brakes, COSWHEEL uses hydraulic disc brakes front and back, and I've had zero problems stopping quickly, even going down hills or when it's wet outside. I've had a bike in the past that felt sketchy every time I needed to stop suddenly, so this has been a big plus for me. Safety-wise, having this much stopping power just makes me that much more comfortable riding anywhere, including busier streets. Let's talk about the tires for a second. I'd read or seen some people worried about their quality. They're thick, treaded, and work well on gravel and pavement from my use. But if you're super picky, you might eventually want to upgrade them. Mine came fully inflated, and I haven't had any issues with flats or sliding, but I do think they could probably be a little nicer for the price. I'd recommend this for adults who are maybe new to e-bikes or just want something reliable for daily use. If you're planning to commute, go grocery shopping, or just have some fun on the weekends, I think you'll get a lot out of it. The one thing I will say is that it isn't light. This thing weighs about 86 pounds, so don't expect to carry it up and down a flight of stairs without breaking a sweat. It's not meant to be the most compact folding bike, so think about how much storage space you have before you order.